With Super Smash Bros. Ultimate just recently announced, it got me thinking about the top 5 greatest Smash games of all time. Why only 5? Because there's only 5 that exist. So, that's what I'm counting down today. The top 5 greatest Smash games of all time. Now, there's not really many rules. It's just top 5 best Smash games of all time. It can't be like one game per franchise because it's one franchise. Can't be anything like that. So anyways, we'll just get into the list. Also, I'm not counting any fan games or mods or anything like that, like Project M. Not to say it's bad, just not official. Even though it does have its own tier list. That doesn't matter. Anyways guys, let's get right into the list. At number 5 is the original Super Smash Bros. On the Nintendo 64. Now, this game is not bad. Far from it, actually. Just shows how good of a franchise Smash is. And there's really nothing that really holds it back. Nothing game-changing. It's just, I mean, it's not perfect. For example, there could be a little more variety, but this was like the start of a series. And it wasn't meant to actually become so big, really. Seriously, basically the main mode was what's now called classic mode. You just fight a bunch of people and do stuff like board the platforms, break the targets, race to the finish. Sure, those were removed eventually, but I mean, it's still a really fun feature. Sure, if you want to play some Smash, you're better off playing the other games, later games, any of the later games, but this is a nice game to look back at. Enough said. Alright, just bear with me here. The best gameplay of mine that I could find for this game, Super Smash Bros. For 3DS, was that stupid video I did on no, it wasn't Meatcast, it was Thundercast. First YouTube video I've ever been in, if I'm not mistaken. So, this game is, again, it's not bad, it's just, there are better ways of playing Smash 4, like another version of it I'm gonna get to later. And, look at my stupid face there. Look at me. Yeah, like this isn't even horizontal, this is vertical. It looks really dumb. But, the game is really fun, it's just portable Smash. I mean, sure, you'll have that soon with Smash Ultimate, and that portable. So I'm not quite sure how you'll be able to use stuff like GameCube controllers portable. But I guess there you'll just have to use those Joy-Cons, which I won't mind. When I'm home, I'll be using the GameCube controller. But this game is a lot of fun. Just again, you are better off playing other versions of Smash, especially the Wii U version, which is pretty much the same game, just without the, you know, the Smash Run, which many people did not even like, but I thought it was pretty good. And yeah, it's a really fun game. At number 3 is Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Now this game was actually a big part of my childhood. It actually is sort of the game that got me heavily into video games. It's a really awesome game, though from a competitive standpoint, I wouldn't call myself a competitive player, but I know those competitive players that are competitive players don't really like this game because the audience this is to appeal to is more of a casual audience, just because it's more towards the audience of the Wii, which is a casual audience. However, that doesn't stop it from being fun. In fact, that might even make it more fun, since it's more focused on being fun than competitive. Not to mention, it has one of the best opening scenes I've ever seen in any game ever. However, it does lose points for stupid crap like tripping and Meta Knight and tripping and Meta Knight. But what it stands on its own is a fantastic game, and you should totally play. And if you if you do have a Wii and you somehow don't have this game, your collection is not complete. Just is not. So, yeah, you should have expected this one. Number 2 is Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. I mean, you should have expected every single Smash Bros. Game to make this list, because there's only 5 Smash Bros. Games. So, but, like, you should have expected this game to be higher. Though, while Brawl was way more casual and had stupid shit like tripping, this game basically fixed almost every single problem that Brawl had. Not to say Brawl was bad, it just was loaded with problems. This game was amazing. And it's a roster with 58 or 56, depending on how you look at it, characters, which might be the biggest roster of any fighting game that is released right now. And it's a blast to play. There's even for fun or for glory modes online. That there are problems like just removing certain things from multiple past Smash games. Like classic mode is kind of boring now. The stage builder was both fixed and ruined, and stuff like there not being many unlockable characters, or not even an intro, not even an opening scene, anything like that. It's all gone. But it honestly gets a pass for stuff like DLC, including characters like Pac-Man and Mega Man, who weren't DLC, but then other DLC characters like Ryu from Street Fighter, Cloud, and Bayonetta, not to mention other DLC characters like Mewtwo, Lucas, and Roy, who were missing from past Smash games that everyone did love, and Corrin from Fire Emblem Fates, and he was released as a DLC character before Fire Emblem Fates came out. That's a bit strange. I feel like Sakurai should have gone with other characters, but Corrin's a fun addition to the roster, and so is every single other of these characters, even Bayonetta. I don't give a fuck about what you competitive players say. Bayonetta's a fun addition, though maybe OP. This game is a blast to play. It would be number 1 if it hadn't been for this one game that you just can't top. What's that you say? Sorry about the tomato cam quality. It's the best gameplay I have for the best game in this phenomenal franchise. Super Smash Bros. Melee is, well, Melee. You should have known this was number 1. I mean, you can't, like, be entirely familiar with Smash and not expect this game to be number 1. I mean, if you're not entirely familiar with Smash, like how I know some people are not familiar with it, you should have expected this game to be number 1. It's got stuff like wave dashing, stuff like a great cast of characters. And the development cycle for this game was notoriously short. It was only a few months, because this game came out less than 2 years after the first game did. So, seeing how we have about 25 characters from a previous 12 characters is crazy. Plus, this game is probably the most competitive game of all time. And look at that cast of characters. Sure, a lot of them consist of clones, and a lot of them shouldn't be clones. Like Ganondorf is a clone of Captain Falcon, which makes absolutely no sense, but I can excuse that because it's a really great game. Probably one of the best games in existence. You know, I made a top 10 fighting games list, and number 2, spoiler alerts, was this game. Number 1 was Street Fighter 2. I'm still in debate whether or not this game or Street Fighter 2 is the best fighting game. I just made a decision when that video came along, and I put Street Fighter at number 1. But I'm not sure. I really don't know. So, yeah. Super Smash Bros. Melee is probably one of the best games ever made, amongst the, at least amongst the top 30. It's an amazing game, and it's got stuff like an adventure mode. See, with Brawl, I didn't even touch on Subspace Emissary, which is sort of the successor of adventure mode. That was great, and that was actually better than Melee's adventure mode. But Melee started this whole thing. It's such a great, it's a great game. Well, that's it for this video. What do you think of this list? Do you like it? Do you dislike it? Do you agree with me? Do you like Smash? Are you excited for Smash Ultimate? I personally am a really big Smash fan, so I had to make this list eventually. So yeah, that's it for this video, and have a good one.